Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. Hope you guys are all doing well today. Let's go ahead and talk more about what is happening right now with Bitcoin. And I'm going to be straight up with you guys. For the past, few days, Bitcoin is still consolidating at this level in between pretty much 61,000 and $62,000. Okay, we aren't really seeing much movements. Okay, we are in fact in the 1 hour time frame, and you guys can just clearly see, right, for the past few days, let me just go to the daily time frame. You guys can clearly see for the past few days, Bitcoin hasn't really been moving, right? It's still holding strong at 61K and 62K, right? So in my opinion, okay, the next move up, okay, is going to be amazing. Okay, we know how close Bitcoin is, reaching back up to 69K, its previous all-time highs, okay, and it's almost there, right? You guys can just clearly see that, right? This beautiful option that Bitcoin has in fact been forming ever since early 2023, right? January 2023, that's when this option did in fact start to where we are now, okay, and it's still continuing. And you guys can just clearly see how close we are for us to see Bitcoin reaching back up to its previous all-time highs. We are almost there, guys, and I really do believe, okay, the next target is, okay, at least $69,000 or close to $69,000. So it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is still holding very, very strong. Okay, it's still above 60K. So that's, always, great to see, right? The market today is not really moving, right? It's not really moving for the past, 24 hours. We're not really seeing Bitcoin, even Ethereum, moving as much. There are some altcoins today actually, moving, right? You guys can see Solana, okay, down 1%. Not really moving today, right? But we know Solana for the past few days has been absolutely skyrocketing, right? XRP today, though, okay, 6.3%. Same with Cardano, over 6%, right? That's great to see. Doge, okay, 3.2%. Avalanche, 2%. Now, check out Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu today, up over 43%. Shiba Inu is absolutely moving today, okay? And you guys can see for the past week, okay, for the past 7 days, okay, it's up over 100%, 127%. Right, that is absolutely amazing to see for SHIB. And I feel like a lot of these meme coins will move, in the next upcoming bull market. You guys understand, a lot of these meme coins will move. And I will actually make a separate video talking more about meme coins, okay, specifically one, right? So stay tuned for that, okay? Potentially that's going to be my next upload, so stay tuned for that, guys. But yeah, Shiba Inu is absolutely moving today. I feel like a lot of these, meme coins will move in the next upcoming few months and next year in 2025 when we are in fact officially in a bull market, right? You guys understand, every single time we are in fact in a bull market, a lot of these meme coins do in fact move. They move like crazy, right? So keep your eye on Doge, on Shiba Inu, Bonk, and many, many more other meme coins, right? Because they will move like crazy, okay? For some reason, it happens, right? But that's that. Shiba Inu today, absolutely skyrocketing. Chainlink, okay, 7%. So you guys can clearly see, right? Look at Bitcoin Cash today, 44% for the past 24 hours. That's great to see for Bitcoin Cash. But yeah, a fair few, okay, altcoins today are in fact moving for the past, 24 hours, which is, great to see, right? And of course, the global crypto market cap is still up 2.33%, right? So still up, 2%, which is, always great to see, right? Now, the Fin Greed Index, we're still in extreme greed, like I told you guys many times, okay? Seems like investors are in fact feeling greedy, right? And this is obviously a very, very bullish sign right now that a lot of people are in fact obviously getting into crypto. They're getting, back into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, right? This just shows you guys that. So we are still in extreme greed, just like yesterday. Okay, yesterday we were in fact in 80, right? Just like today, where we are now. So this is obviously very, very great to see, right? So that is that. It seems like investors are in fact still feeling extreme greed. Now, before I get into the Bitcoin chart, okay, and there is in fact one specific chart that I do in fact want to show you guys, okay, that is showing that soon enough, okay, we are in fact about to enter the next bull market, okay. In fact, it has already started, okay, and there is in fact one specific chart that I do in fact want to show you guys for today's video, and you guys can probably most likely see it in the thumbnail. But anyways, before I get into the Bitcoin charts, I want to show you guys this because this is actually very, very interesting. Says here, I wish I had kept my 1700 BTC at 6 cents instead of selling them at 30 cents. Now that they're $8. Okay, so this was back in 2011, right? 16th of May, 2011, guys. Okay, and this is absolutely insane, right? And this just pretty much shows you guys, okay, to have discipline, right? We know, okay, like back then it was obviously hard to understand where Bitcoin was potentially, going to be heading, right? Back at the time, there weren't a lot of, Bitcoin adopters and buyers and investors, right? Back in the time, 2011, right? That's when Bitcoin was pretty much in its early stages. Okay, so it was really hard to figure out where Bitcoin was actually potentially heading, in the future. But nowadays, okay, it's sort of easier, right? Because we see the Bitcoin price. Okay, we know a lot of people, okay, people that got money, the big guys like Marcus, so a lot of these institutions are obviously buying a whole bunch of Bitcoin, right? Many more other people that got money, right, that are millionaires and billionaires are in fact buying into Bitcoin, right? We understand where Bitcoin is heading, right? Back in the day, no one was really talking about Bitcoin. So this guy had 1,700 Bitcoins, right? And if he just kept some of them, even just 100, he would be pretty much a millionaire today. So this just shows you guys to have discipline, okay, to hold your Bitcoins long term, right? Hold your Bitcoins long term, continue to DCA, not financial advice, always do your own research, right? But this just pretty much shows you guys, okay, to have discipline. Okay, if this guy simply had discipline and didn't sell all his Bitcoins, right, he'll be a millionaire today. Okay, I hope this guy didn't, who knows, right? I hope Greg here, right, held some Bitcoin at least. I hope he didn't sell, all of them, 1,700 of them. I hope, right? So that's that. This just shows you guys to just hold your Bitcoins, have some discipline, okay? Hold them for long term and keep stacking. Don't stop, right? Keep stacking stats, okay? So that's that. But yes, guys, let's get into these Bitcoin charts, starting off with this one. Okay, this is not the chart that I really wanted to show you guys. Okay, the chart that I want to show you guys is from Plan B, and we'll get to that eventually. But it says here from Mags, okay, showing us that the Bitcoin bull run is here. Okay, and you guys can clearly see, okay, we did in fact see a breakout. Okay, obviously, right? It's been, for the past 2 weeks now, a very, very clear breakout. And that's obviously very, very bullish. Okay, a parabolic move is coming. And I told you guys many times, 2025. Okay, yes, this year, 2024, Bitcoin is going to perform amazing, right? I'm telling you guys that right now, we're going to obviously see a new all-time high for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is obviously going to reach a new high. And I believe personally that we're going to see at least a 100K Bitcoin towards the end of this year in 2024. Okay, I've been telling us that many, many times, right? That we will potentially most likely see a 100K, at least a 100K Bitcoin towards the end of this year in 2024, right? So 2025 is going to get even crazier, right? I believe that year, okay, we're going to see Bitcoin absolutely skyrocket, just like we saw in 2017 and of course 2021. We're going to see that for 2025, when we are in fact officially in a bull market, right? But yes, we are in fact, pretty much it's safe to say that we are in fact in the early stages of the next upcoming bull market, right? So that is that. But yes, guys, this just shows you guys as well every single time, pretty much. Okay, pretty much, very, very simple, right? Every single time we have the Bitcoin halving event, right? Bitcoin always tends to reach a new all-time high. Okay, so you guys clearly see, right? 2012, we saw Bitcoin at $31, and then it dropped, and then it pumped again once we had the first halving, and then went all the way up to $1,200, and then dropped again, and then it pumped, right? Our second halving, okay? $19,000, okay, close to 20K. And I really do believe, 2017 was the year where a lot of people started to, get into Bitcoin and just crypto overall, right? I feel like that was the year when everyone really started to talk more about Bitcoin and crypto, because Bitcoin was absolutely skyrocketing, right? Almost 20K. So you can just imagine, right? And then obviously 2018 rolled around, and then we dropped, we entered the next, bear market, and then the third halving happened. Then we know what happened, right? Our most previous halving event for Bitcoin, we know what happened, right? In 2020 to 2021, Bitcoin skyrocketed all the way up to 69K, and then it dropped again in 2022, right? Who remembers? 2022 was pretty much one of the worst bear markets ever in Bitcoin history, in my opinion. One of the worst, right? And then we saw a uptrend forming, and we are in fact about to, see our fourth halving event for Bitcoin, right? And soon enough, we're going to see a massive move up to the upside. Obviously, Bitcoin's going to reach a new all-time high. And you guys can just clearly see this chart just shows you guys pretty much that every single time, okay, we have a halving event, this is when the parabolic moves for Bitcoin, okay? And this is when Bitcoin really moves, okay? And this is when Bitcoin tends to pump the most, okay? And a bull run pretty much does in fact happen, right? And also, most importantly, it shows us that we are in fact 100% going to see a new all-time high, because every single time, okay, we have a halving event for Bitcoin, this is when a new all-time high happens, right? So it's looking pretty good, okay? Bitcoin is in fact in the right directions right now to do all of that, right? To reach a new high and continue, right? So that's that. Now, this is the chart that I really wanted to show you guys, okay, from plan B. It's a red dot, okay? And that red dot marks, okay, a bull market, right? You guys can just clearly see that. It's the first red dot right now, okay? You guys can clearly see that right there, right? The first ever red dot formed, meaning a bull market, right? So it says here, accumulation phase has ended, which I don't think that is true, but I still think it's a great time to buy right now, even, right? To continue to DCA, okay? For me personally, I'm still, accumulating and whatnot. But yes, he says, yeah, accumulation phase has ended. No more easy buying, which I agree. Okay, it's like no more easy buyings now. Bitcoin's pretty much almost back up to its previous highs, and it's going to reach a new high. So it's going to get harder and harder and harder to accumulate, Bitcoins and whatnot. I agree on that. But yeah, no more easy buying opportunities in ordinary and slowly increasing markets. Bull market has started. If history is any guide, we will see 10 months of face melting FOMO. And yes, that is true. Okay, a lot of people are in fact going to FOMO into Bitcoin. You should have bought back in 2022 when it was down. Even just last year in 2023, right, when Bitcoin was at what, like 30K, 40K to 50K, right? You should have bought, right? Extreme price pumps combined with multiple 30% drops. Okay, so that is that. The bull market is here, guys. The first ever red dot, okay, did in fact form, meaning a bull market. So it's safe to say, just like what I've been telling guys many times, that we are in fact in the early stages of the next upcoming bull market. Okay, so that is that. Looking very good. But yes, Bitcoin Magazine, okay, posted this on X, saying Bitcoin had its biggest monthly green candles ever in February. Okay, just last month. We know it's March right now. Okay, so February, okay, just a couple of days ago, it did in fact end, obviously. And you guys can clearly see it's a great monthly candle. You guys can just clearly see how big it is. Okay, and you guys can clearly see the Bitcoin monthly returns and percentages. Okay, once again, 43.55%. It ended off, right? A crazy month. We haven't had ever since January, in 2023, right? Like I told you guys, that's pretty much when the uptrend did in fact start forming for Bitcoin. The uptrend that we are in fact seeing right now for Bitcoin, it was up pretty much 40%. Okay, and February was over 40%, 43.55%, which is great to see, right? We didn't see that at all for 2023, right? You guys can clearly see that. So it's great to see for February, Bitcoin up 43.55%. Okay, and this just shows you guys that we are in fact in the beginning stages, the early stages of the next upcoming bull market. Now, since this March, Bitcoin is up, 1%. Okay, like I said, Bitcoin has not been moving. It's still consolidating, still holding strong above 60K. It's consolidating. Okay, having a price sideways movements between 61K to 62K. So it's still not really moving, but soon enough, I really do believe it's going to shoot up potentially, right? Or we could potentially have a correction back down to the downside below 60K. And now if I see that, then I'm gonna take that as an opportunity to stack more, right? But yes, February was in fact a beautiful month for Bitcoin and crypto overall, right? We saw a lot of altcoins moving as well. So that's that, guys. Okay, but yes, Bitcoin, okay, still holding strong, 60K. $62,000. I will obviously, keep you guys updated what's going to happen with Bitcoin, so stay tuned for that. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this one. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.